Yeah, here we are. We're playing the biggest team in this league, Fleetwood Town, this afternoon. This is really going to be the one for Oxford today. If we lose this, I think it's probably all over. Talking about all over, we've got a bloke from Portsmouth, and his name is Tom, and he's from what, Tom?
4-0 written all over it, so not far off with it being all over,
yeah,
quite like that.
It's
good.
It was we got Jack, who does his own podcast called
The Jackwood Football Podcast.
Okay. What the hell are you doing here, Tom, today?
I'm here with one of my best mates, who's an Oxford fan, to my right. Ben, who you may know as well, Nappers is a Fleetwood fan in their end, so wanted to meet up with him. And we've got a day off. We're playing on the telly tomorrow night against Derby at Fratton Park. So I thought, why not trip up the A34 to come and see the mighty U's?
Yeah, brilliant. To be fair, I spoke to a few of your Portsmouth fans the other day. They were old geezers, older than me. And, I think you probably grudgingly deserve to come out of this league now. When you see we've played you 84 times.
84?
84 times. So you've never ever got away from us, really.
No.
This year it looks like you probably will. We've still got a chance. We're probably not the favourites to do it. Lincoln look like they're on a bit of steam. But I'm an optimist, and I think to myself, if we got through this and we played someone like Barnsley, we'd probably beat them. Bolton's going to be the big one if we stay and play them in the playoffs. But we owe Bolton one. But anyway, Tom, you're here.
Yes.
Do you think you've done it?
We may well have done it by the weekend. Beat Derby and Shrewsbury, and I think we're pretty much there. We need 6 points from the remaining 8 games. I think we need 8 points from the remaining 6 games. Sorry, so it's not far off. If we drew every game for the rest of the season, I still think we probably end up with an automatic promotion spot.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to be a Pompey fan. We're not quite there yet.
No, look, I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. Probably over the years, I've never really given Portsmouth any ground in, putting a stamp over us or whatever, because you stayed with us for a long time. But I still don't think you are the best side in that league. No, that's not being really...
This season?
Yeah, this season.
Who are the best side of the league?
I don't know.
Just not
Portsmouth.
I don't think Portsmouth... I mean, if you look at what Portsmouth's done, they've probably won a lot of games in the last 10 minutes.
Yep.
And if you played in the last 10 minutes, that you would walk the league. You are walking the league. For some reason, not playing that last 10 minutes, you're still there.
Do you argue that's character?
Yeah, I think so. And you've got Messina there.
Find ways to win.
Do you like Messina?
Love him. Love him bits. Best thing that's happened to our club in the last 10 years.
Right, that's good. Yeah. Because if he hadn't have done any good for you this year, and you were middling around mid-table...
Yeah, it would have been a bit of a disaster.
Yeah, a bit of a disaster. A lot of our team, Jack,
yeah.
A lot of people say we should have had Messina as our manager. That's hindsight, isn't it?
It is. He's gone to Pompey and had to prove his wealth, and he's done that. I think it is hindsight because we weren't out of the Robinson era when Messina was here. So he left about 2 months before Robinson was sacked. So, we still had a manager that had been here a long time when Messina was our set-piece coach.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, we were looking for a manager and he was sat right there and he moved on after. We still had someone in place. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. He's gone to Pompey. He wanted to prove himself. Not many managers go from not being a coach or first-team coach and being the manager of one of the biggest clubs in the Football League and definitely League One. They took a risk. I think he took a risk. But for both parties, it's come out and worked a treat. So, yeah, I think hindsight is a wonderful thing.
Have you spent a lot of money, Tom?
I've been reliably informed we have the 4th biggest budget in the division. I wouldn't say we spent a lot of money, we spent it wisely. Richard Hughes is key to our success, our director of football. Look at the likes of Callum Lang coming in, Owen Moxon as a January signing as well. Some players in January that, when all those teams that end up going up recruit really well in January, I feel like we've kind of added ourselves to that list. But a fantastic summer of 13 new additions as well. So we've recruited well, spent a lot on our stadium recently, massive improvements there as well. So we're a championship-ready club now. We've been trying to get out of this league, as you say. We've been trying to get out of this league for 7 seasons now, and this is looking like the 7th and final time that we'll be trying to do so.
Tell me, 19,000 capacity or just under 20?
Yep.
If you had another 5,000 seats, would you fill that?
Yes.
You reckon you would? Is
there
there a waiting list or anything?
There's a season ticket waiting list.
Okay,
I think we fill the ground on the most occasions of any team in the league. I think it's 97% capacity at Fratton Park.
I saw that because we were 6 for some reason. Did you see that, Jack?
Maybe because it's 3 stands.
Is there 3 stands here?
Yeah.
Just thought I'd point that out.
It's not obvious, is it?
You might have heard that one before.
I'll tell you what was really weird. There was a thing in the paper last week about the guy who got sacked from Milton Keynes.
Okay.
And he's took a team on in Sydney or Melbourne.
Right.
And they play in a 3-stand stadium.
Really? So we're not the only one.
No, but they got a
do
little
some
bit
kind
of
of
blue.
partnership.
But
Yeah,
they
they
got something like Blue Sea at the end of their
We've
sort
got
of
the
thing.
cinema and a car park.
Yeah, which
not quite the
come
same,
on,
is it?
not quite the same. Okay, but at the end of the day, it was built for that purpose. There should have been another stand.
It's going to be a new stadium in a minute.
Woking have got a stand. Did you know that?
Have they?
So the stand there, big stand at Woking,
Yep. Should be here, should it?
should be here. We sold it to them. So when you have a look at their big stand there, that was the one what should have been this end. Yeah, new stadium. What do you reckon, Jack? Is it going to happen?
It's the $1 million question, isn't it? I think we all, for the football club, I think it needs to happen. And the last couple of days, there's a lot of stories about it needing to happen and it really needing to go through financially as well. For the football club's future, it looks like it could be win or bust. In literal sense, Oxford United could be in a lot of trouble if that stadium doesn't go through. We're paying Kassam a lot of money, and it's a controversial talking point because for some people it's a thing that has to happen. For others, there's a lot of mitigating circumstances. It might not be the best thing for the club. For me and for my future, being I think a younger fan, I think it really does have to happen.
Yeah.
I fully understand both sides to it. People living in Kidlington or close to Kidlington. There's a lot of reasons why they maybe don't think it's the best decision in the world. But I think for their football club, and I understand you've actually got to look at it as football fans in Kidlington and non-Oxford United supporters in Kidlington. There's two very different sides to that. I think most Oxford United supporters understand how big this is, whether it happens or it doesn't. I think it has to happen, whether it is in Kidlington. We have to move from the
It is pretty unheard of, though, isn't it, to have in your lifetime. When was you born? 1950? No, when was you born?
Just more like yourself.
Yeah, go on.
wasn't it?
Oh, mate, Jesus Christ, I'll tell you
Well,
what.
you gave it me.
No,
I'm
go on,
gonna-
no, I'm only kidding. Did you know we had an old ground before? Was you alive when that ground was in existence? How old are you?
If it's any earlier
What
than
are
the
you?
2000s, then no.
You were born 2000, Josh, weren't you? What was you?
202. When were you born?
204.
204.
I was 203.
So you wouldn't have remembered our old ground.
No.
But to
Was that
people-
scary for you that we were both in the 2000s?
Yeah,
and him?
and him. Yeah.
Is he your lad?
He is my lad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there
But
you
the
go.
scary thing is, it looks a bit nomadic, doesn't it? 3 grounds in the last
It does, yeah.
probably 28, 29 years. Some teams never get a chance, do they?
We've never moved from Fratton
No.
Park in 125.
I really wish you had a little. Well, you have got a lot of space on that right-hand stand to where
never
we
want
sit.
to move Fratton Park.
No, wouldn't they make that bigger, that stand?
Yeah,
On the right-hand
the
side.
north on the right in the north stand. Yeah.
Why haven't they done that? With all this
It's a
improvement.
bit boring, but they need a bridge from the train station to support footfall. It's the most boring thing that's going to go in this video. But it's there.
Yeah, no.
so,
At the end of the day, it's always
access
something
improvements. So
Yeah, I've always thought of Fratton Park. I'd love to see.
intercity, all that kind of
I'd
thing.
love to see them sort of get 25, 30,000, see if they actually got a claim that they'd fill it. Because I'd have my doubts. I'll have my doubts. Right, before we go, this is a question I'm going to ask this young man here. The guy who drives you on your videos, is that your brother?
No, it's my dad. He's probably older than you.
No, I'm really kidding. He's pretty good, isn't he? He's not come up with you today.
No, he's not. No,
He didn't want to spend the money
no,
and come up
no,
here.
he
did
didn't. No, but I'm here on his behalf.
That's really
so
good. Look, I'll
he'll be
tell
there
you what.
tomorrow night
Sell out, obviously, tomorrow night.
under the lights, sky cameras.
We're not worried whether Derby or Portsmouth wins it because
No, it's
to
free-
us,
Who would you want to win? Go on. I'm here. I've made
I'm
the
a
effort.
southerner, so I'd
man.
probably like to see Portsmouth do it this year. I'm not one of these sentimental guys over John Massinio. He went, he's gone. He probably next year could have a poor season. We don't know. I've asked these Portsmouth guys recently in one of the videos, where do you think you'll finish? You're going to go up. Where do you think you'll finish next year?
Go up and stay up. 15th, 16th, completely fine by me.
Love it if Southampton stays down with you.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be a Christmas present,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I think it's foursome their end more than it's foursome our end. It's the biggest rivalry on the south coast, and it's going to be amazing when we get there.
I think
So
it's brilliant.
I can't
Brilliant.
wait. Really excited.
Brilliant.
I'd love
Okay.
to beat them both times.
So
So.
your scoreline tomorrow against Derby.
I think we'll win it 1-0.
Okay. 1-0 last minute goal.
Probably.
Jesus.
As always.
Yourself
Today or
night. No,
tomorrow night, I'm going to go 1-1.
Right, now the big one, the big crunch question today.
Two of the biggest teams in the league.
Yep. This is
Is
true.
this going to be?
A ball fest.
Is
Possibly.
this going to be a 4-0 written all over it?
No, not a chance.
You don't reckon?
We'll go 1-0 up and it will still be 1-0 in the 75th minute and we'll probably concede. So, I'm going to go 2-1 Oxford.
2-1 Oxford.
We will concede. We'll concede a stupid goal.
Yep.
We will take 70 odd minutes to break their low block. We'll score and then they'll find a way of getting back into the game because we'll sit back and defend for the rest of the match. So I think we're going to score 2.
Well, the
2-1.
side, we've got no Marcus McGain. No Marcus McGain again, is he? He's not in
Not
the
the squad.
Do you think, like me, he's probably being primed for a Bristol City move in the summer?
I think he's not signing a new contract. That's the reason.
So Bristol City. He played his best football with
Liam
Manning,
Manning,
didn't
yeah.
he? So, okay.
But his form since then, I don't think it's not a championship. It's not even a top League One.
No, I know.
think he's been terrible, really,
Yeah.
since
In
he's
fact,
got.
he's rubbish, isn't he?
So yeah, I reckon
It's all over. All over.
Don't worry
4-0. Come on in, Tom.
Your
All
dad
over
is so
United.
dry, it's hilarious.
Okay, here we go.
I think 2-1 Oxford in the
2-1
home
Oxford.
end, back in the U's, come on the yellows.
Would you like us to sneak in and come into the league?
I'd love
with you?
it. I'd love it.
Because it's a good game.
He's
and
got a
it's
bet
awesome.
on with a Lincoln fan that they'll finish above them for 50 quid.
And that was the start of the
And
season.
that was
when
start
it
of the
the
season.
majority of the campaign where we were higher than this.
So I really
come
hope
out
they
of nowhere.
finish 6th. I hope you finish 6th. There you go.
It'd be good because if we went to Wembley, look, we're pretty good at getting 30, 35,000 there, aren't we?
Yeah, we do well. We'd I think it. I can't be.
I mean, Tom, the
can't be
potential
talking about
round in Oxford is incredible if we can get it right.
Yeah, I hope you do.
We've got people who's probably staying away from this ground for the last 10 years. They go to away matches, but they don't come here. I don't know why, because it's in the heart of Blackburn Leeds. I know it's not the best stadium in the world, but it's not the worst either.
Plenty worse at this
I've seen
level.
plenty worse, but look, it's been really, really great. I really wish you a lot of success next year.
Thank you.
And I hope we join you next year
Thank
because
you.
I think there's something always good about Portsmouth Oxford.
Yeah, always.
I think there's a good
Always.
little bit there. Thanks, Jack.
No
Thanks,
worries.
Tom. It's been brilliant seeing you. Oh,
you.
wait a minute. We haven't finished yet.
Oh, we haven't finished yet.
I normally ask a real silly random question
Right.
for a tenner.
Oh, crikey.
For a tenner.
tenner?
You'll see it on there.
What, for a tenner?
Yeah, tenner. I know it's not a lot. Well, it probably is for Portsmouth people. A tenner, okay.
Without the mortgage.
Now, I can ask you, should we do the one on clowns? Okay, here's one for you.
You're asking him. Go on, ask
No,
him.
both of you.
Oh, go on.
Don't throw me.
In the UK, not including you two
Yeah.
and the UK politicians, how many professional clowns are there in the UK as of today? This is for a tenner. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 each way.
Oh, is this like a trick question though?
No tricks.
There's 2 of us
No
standing
tricks.
here or something like
No,
that.
I've got no nose on. No, I've got
5,500.
I might have,
There you go.
I
That's
might,
my
I
answer.
might have got clown
You've got
shoes
your
on.
shit flickers.
Yeah, I've got them on. All right,
5,500.
5,500 professional clowns.
Yep.
Oh, over 10,000.
Well, there's probably 8,000 of us here and 19,000 down in Portsmouth. But
19 Fleetwood fans.
yeah,
Yep.
19 Portsmouth.
Don't get about those.
But I got that in, didn't I? 8,000 of us and 19,000.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
we got
that's
that
in there, yeah. We
There's
all
only
heard that bit,
There's
yeah.
only 100. 100 professional clowns.
Is there 100?
100 in Britain. Yeah.
Am
I'll
I
tell you
stood
what.
next to one? Or
Yeah,
is that
I've
the day
already
job,
done
or-
that joke. I've already done it, excluding you two. It's been brilliant seeing you both. All right.
Amazing.
Good luck
Thanks
for the
so
rest
much.
of the season,
Thanks
mate.
so much.
Yeah,
Take
brilliant.
care.
Thank you.